we kind of have to talk about this. It's not a fun topic,
No.
but I don't think when we sat down and looked at like the biggest stories since we last shot, this kind of stood up. So Cassie has alleged that Diddy, during their time together, that Diddy was violent towards her. She even alleges rape in this case, I think, as well.
Lots of sexual.
A lot of sexual deviance in this as well. But it was short-lived because literally 2 days, and actually I don't even think it was a full 2 days.
Yeah, 24 hours.
2 days after the lawsuit, a settlement was announced.
Mm-hmm.
And so my question, because, you guys are women and this affects women, my question for you guys was, do you think settling, and we're talking about specifically her, I'm not talking about settling in general, because settling happens.
Mm-hmm.
But in her situation, do you think settling helps the conversation against this type of behavior, or do you think it hurts it? I was very curious to see what y'all thought about this. Because she alleged a lot in this suit during their time together, and very quickly it was handled. It was, it was almost like the writing of a check fixed all of this, or maybe not fixed it, but kind of sent it away. And so I was curious if y'all thought that hurt or helped, the whole voice against this.
We live in a world now, I say that every fucking podcast. We live in a world now where people like to capitalize off of their pain. Yeah. So can I blame her for capitalizing off of her pain? No. But that's also, like when I was reading the court documents and like some of her history and stuff, I see that she went through trauma. And I also recognize that when people go through therapy and they go through traumatic experiences, sometimes therapy will bring out of you things you didn't even identify as traumatic. Yeah. So at 19, it wasn't a big deal to you, but now as a 30-year-old and a mother and a wife and you're in a completely different headspace, it's a big thing. So can I blame her? No, but I do think it makes a foolery sometimes out of the people who can't capitalize off of their pain. Okay. So it makes like your assault was not as important because you were not a celebrity, or to a sense. But I mean, I'm gonna say I think she should have asked for more. You knew too many secrets, boo, to settle for so little.
Have you seen an amount?
I thought she settled for less than what she asked for, $30 million.
But that's gonna happen with most settlements.
Well, she should ask for more. You're saying that this man trafficked you. You were suing for sexual misconduct. You were suing for sexual assault, physical abuse, emotional abuse, and you're saying your abuse was worthy of just a little $30 million, and this man is worth more. I'm sorry, but if I was going to settle, baby, I would have settled for higher because you knew way too many secrets to think he was going to settle for less. Okay. He was going to lowball you. Yeah. So I would have started with like 50 mil and I won't tell nobody that you wanted me to blow on your booty hole. Okay. Type shit.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
What do you think?
I hadn't seen a whole number, so I was curious.
She settled for less.
Okay.
I think I did see the $30 million.
It was 30 what she was asking for. If I'm not mistaken.
That ain't no pennies though, Bree.
She settled for
30 million ain't.
Well, that's what she asked for. I think she only got like 10.
Anything north of,
I
was gonna say anything north of a couple million, that ain't no pennies.
You're right. Like what did we say earlier? She ain't got. She has no talent and no other reason to make money right now. She won. So hopefully she can pay for a good EMDR therapist to heal from some of that shit, so she can be.
Of course.
Well,
great.
I don't
maybe
think
donate to some causes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm reaching now.
Maybe reaching.
Go ahead, Nubia.
So my opinion on it, I really don't think that I don't think that she wait, what was the question again, Julius? Just so I make sure.
Hurts or helps this kind of behavior?
Okay.
Knowing men or people knowing that you can write a check to make this go away, does that does that hurt or help this?
Because we had a conversation with somebody earlier today, and a lot of people are just wanting money at the end of the day. Sometimes it makes people feel better, But I don't think that it hurts or helps it. And I know it's weird to say. One, because the cat's out the bag.
Yeah.
Like this we knew this though.
Yeah. Well, we knew this in our own, without somebody actually talking about it and really confirming it, or from the few people over the years. But of course, money's going to shut them up. I think now a lot of people are even talking about, well, Cassie's NDA probably expired, so now she could really talk about it. Yeah. At this point, if she wanted to, she could. Probably, I don't know if they probably signed anything, but she could just keep talking about it again. But I feel like it opens up the conversation for more people to talk about what Love, Puffy, whatever he want to call himself, have done to people. You know what I'm saying?
They said he changed his name. They said he changed his name to get away from the allegations.
That's so sad. But
they said he started calling himself Love when he knew the lawsuit was coming.
But you make a good point, because all of the this is social media now. We can hype this shit up, but. For years, women have been abused by media moguls, by, these huge mogul people.
100%.
And right now, it's now something people are comfortable speaking about, and they have the platform to do it. So even Bill Cosby, another person came out. Another person, I say that.
Yeah,
because,
I seen that.
Another survivor has come out from his historical. So it's interesting to see it that way. I like it. I like that.
And I also think that some people are like, oh, you waited all these years to, and it's what you said was some people, it takes them going to therapy to actually realize some of the things that were done to them is actually traumatic.
Yeah, what was
and
wrong?
because now Cassie is now a mother, she is a wife, and then she's trying to move on. Maybe she really sat there and realized I cannot perform my full on certain duties because I'm literally still dealing with trauma every single day from this man.
Correct.
And I even think there's trauma in the case because I read a statement after the settlement was announced where the lawyer said she just wanted some control.
Yeah.
And she felt like maybe if I get into a court battle with this guy that has, Diddy's a billionaire.
He is.
So,
She wasn't gonna win no battle.
Right. So maybe she was feeling like, this is how I take control to where I can have some kind of victory and solace over this.
Hit them where it hurts, money.
Yeah, and saying even though she may not get justice, I like that control piece. Maybe her voice is heard.
Yeah.
And she's another person that successfully survived
Yeah.
his abuse.
Right.
And I say quote, quote, abuse because it was so many different types of abuse, and she's the first person who spoke publicly about it. But it sounds like historically he had other people suing him for some of these things.
Man, a lot of this stuff revolves around control. Like,
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
read stuff where she was saying Diddy wanted to watch her have sex with other men. That's a control thing.
Yeah.
You're a woman, like, you're a woman. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You wanted to. So that's a control thing. And
I
so,
allowed you to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so I think that, she took some control back.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There needs to